What's up, gamers? You already know who it is. No need for a long intro. This is probably going to be a pretty long video, so I'm just going to get straight to it. All right, the Microsoft Cloud. Now, 2013, Microsoft announced their Xbox One system, and they mentioned the cloud and the cloud possibilities. They talked about it a lot. And in the midst of them talking about it, they were also mocked and made fun of and laughed at for what they were saying was possible with their system. Fast forward to Gamescom. Wait, before I go there, let me just say this. Microsoft already included the cloud processing and stuff like that for a few games that are already out today. Off the top of my head, I can think of Forza 5, I believe, Forza 5, and Titanfall. Okay, so Gamescom comes and Microsoft talks about Crackdown 3 and shows off the cloud yet again. First of all, they went really quiet after they received so much ridicule and were made fun of and mocked. They kind of went quiet on it. Phil Spencer, who's the head of Xbox, even said he's going to have to stop using the word because people laugh at him for saying it. So fast forward to Gamescom, Microsoft comes out again and says, "Hey, here's Crackdown 3. This is what we can do with it, with this game. In the multiplayer portion of this game, we have a feature where the cloud will compute physics, and it will give you the compute power of 20 Xbox Ones. I think in the demo it went up to about 13 or 15 Xbox Ones, but they said they're going to give you the compute power of 20 of them. Now, I want to say this as well. So, back in 2013, people said that it was what Microsoft was saying was impossible. Then it turned into they're lying. After Gamescom, all of a sudden, Sony can do it too. You see the process and the progression there. At first it was impossible, then it was a lie, and then once they realize it's not a lie and it's the truth, then Sony can do it too. Anybody can do it. I just find that funny. But anyway, so what I noticed was once this Crackdown announcement was announced, or this Crackdown, the cloud computing or whatever was announced again, a lot of the naysayers and people that mocked and laughed at Microsoft for claiming what they can do with the cloud kind of disappeared. They kind of went into hiding and didn't say anything for a couple of days or so. And recently, a pretty well-known YouTuber, Red Dragon, made a video about the cloud similar to what I'm talking about now, but he chose to kind of call out the naysayers a little bit and use their audio of them laughing and mocking the cloud. After that, those same people that were in hiding about the subject came out and started bashing, and you'll be surprised on how upset these guys are. They quote unquote in their videos, they're quote unquote saying, now in their videos they're saying, you shouldn't call me out or whatever, and I was more so concerned about the cloud than anything. The truth is, the guys didn't believe it, and they were mocking Microsoft for saying that was possible. Anyway, so even talking to people, talking to people about the subject, everyone has concerns now. Everyone has concerns about cloud computing and what it's going to do. Even though Microsoft showed it, everyone quote unquote has concerns, and some of their concerns are, hey, this seems cool, but what if my internet goes out? my response to that is, what's going to happen if you're playing Call of Duty, Battlefield, Titanfall, UFC, what you see right here, Mortal Kombat, whatever? What's going to happen if your internet goes out while you're playing those games online? You just simply won't be able to play them, right? This thing that Microsoft is doing with the cloud is a feature within the online portion of Crackdown. That's what it is. It's a feature within the online portion. So if you're online and your internet goes out, then you just simply won't be able to play online. And that's the same thing that's happening right now. Everybody's senses get heightened when Microsoft mentions something, and that's what bothers me. Another concern, quote unquote concern, is or claim Microsoft is being anti-consumer because everyone isn't going to be able to enjoy Crackdown because it has to be online and connected to the cloud. That's wrong in so many ways. Number one, there is a single player aspect of the game. Like I said, this feature is in the multiplayer aspect of it. And right now, it only takes 2 megabytes to run it. To run the cloud, this is what Microsoft says. It's only going to take up to 2 megabytes. Right now, people are playing PlayStation Now, which requires 7 megabytes. And so my question is, if Sony, with the way that Sony chose to use their cloud system, if they can stream an entire PS3 game to your PS4, what makes you think, using 7 megabytes, by the way, it uses 7 megabytes, Microsoft's cloud is using 2. So with that said, what makes you think, if you have this concern, what makes you think that Microsoft, with the way that they chose to use the cloud, wouldn't be able to compute physics to your Xbox One? We're talking the entire game with the way Sony wants to do it, and physics with the way Microsoft wants to do it. Explain to me why Microsoft wouldn't be able to do that. Okay, and again, with the concern of people not being able to play, there are people in certain countries that I've been to actually that cannot enjoy online gaming. They can't play Call of Duty right now. They can't play Titanfall. They can't play so many games right now. But nobody's in an uproar about that. Nobody is concerned. Nobody, quote unquote concerned. Nobody's upset. Nobody's saying, hey, well, what about these people in Africa who don't have good internet? They can't play games. Nobody's upset about that. But people are concerned, quote unquote concerned, or upset that Crackdown and the cloud computing is only for online, and people can't play it. Some people can't play it. My point is, the same concerns that people have right now, the same concerns that people have for Crackdown and whatever Microsoft is doing, are the same concerns that you should have for everything that's happening in your face right fucking now. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. We can have a discussion about it. I'm not really into arguing, but if you would like to talk about it, leave a comment in the comment section. Share this video, and let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation. Anyway, this is Psycho Gamer, and I am out.